Welcome back. So today I want to talk about what I did in Tokyo, Japan when I traveled there. So I have a video breaking down how much I spent traveling Japan for 2 weeks or 14 days. And the first stop that I made was in Tokyo. So I want to give a deeper dive into what I did in Tokyo specifically. And I have my itinerary that I pulled up from when I traveled there. So I traveled out of LAX to Haneda Airport, and Haneda Airport is a airport that's closer to Tokyo. It's closer than Narita. Those are the two major ones. And what's nice is I had a direct flight going to Haneda. And during the flight, there were some delays, unfortunately. So we had to wait like 3 to 4 hours. Plus, we had to reroute due to the weather and the wind. So we ended up landing in Haneda instead at 2 p.m. So I thought we'd land there at 2 p.m., check into hotel by 5, and then we can do something at night. But we ended up getting there, much later at like 6. And then by the time we got to our hotel, we just called it a day. We went to eat, and then we called it a day. So where I stayed was I stayed in a hotel called APA. So APA is a very cost-effective brand that's in Japan. It's like a budget hotel. And what's nice about APA is that it is really small. So the room, as you can imagine, it's just like maybe like 150 square foot. It just has literally like maybe a full size bed, a desk, and like just enough space, walking space to put your luggage. And then they have like a little bathroom. But they are pretty cost effective. I think we spent around maybe $80 a night, and it comes with an onsen for public use, right? So there's a public bath. They give you like a nice, yukata to wear to go down to the onsen where you soak and then you do your day, right? So the way I travel is I don't really stay in the hotel much. So we just really use the hotel to sleep, to use the onsen, and to change, and we're out most of the day, right? So that's how we travel. So if that's how you travel, then you can save a lot of money by doing APA. And what's nice too is they're usually very close to a train station. So I'm gonna butcher the name, but we were basically right by the Ryogoku station. So the APA near the Ryogoku station, and we chose that because it's near a lot of things that we want to do. Right, so it's very close to the Sensoji Temple, which we literally could walk to. I think it was like less than a mile to walk there. So that's exactly what we did. We woke up early. We I think walked to the Sensoji Temple in the morning. And what's nice is like when you walk through Japan, there's so many convenience stores everywhere, so you can grab breakfast, right? So we got some like curry pan, some egg sandwiches, which are kind of classic Japanese staples. Got some coffee there, so we ate as we walked to the temple. And we got to the temple. It's pretty nice. Like there's very nice temples, Japanese architecture. They have like some guardians there. You could donate some money, pray, and you get a little fortune. And then if the fortune's great, keep it. If it's bad, you tie it and leave it there, right? So my fortune was really bad, so I tied it and left it there. And the intent is that it gets rid of all that bad luck, all the bad juju, right? So I went there, and after there, so let me pull up my itinerary. I went to the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, and that's in Shibuya. So what's nice about Japan is you can take the train everywhere, but you're gonna be walking a lot, right? When I was in Tokyo, I walked at least 15 miles a day on average, right? So your legs get really strong, and you start to become very fit, right? So the Starbucks Reserve Roastery is different. It's like a high-end Starbucks. They sell pastries there. It was 3 levels tall in Shibuya. They serve alcoholic coffee drinks. And in Japan, Starbucks is combined with Teavana. So in the US, Teavana and Starbucks are separate. But there in Japan, it's together. So they have very exclusive, nice drinks that I think are better in Japan than the US, to be honest. They're a little sweeter. So it was cherry blossom season, so they had like a sakura themed drink, which was really good, really sweet. It was probably my favorite drink to get. So we went there, took some photos, got the coffee, drink, and then from there, we took the train to Harajuku. So Harajuku is kind of like the fashion district. So when you go there, you'll see people wearing like bright hair, like pink hair, blue hair, dressed very flashy, very flamboyant. There's a lot of stuff to see there. So you have the Pokemon Center that you can see there. There's a lot of sweets. Japan's very big on sweets there, especially strawberry and vanilla. It's very good. And then after going to Harajuku, we wanted to check out a little speakeasy. So we went to something called SG Club, which is more tourist friendly. But honestly, it was a nice ambiance. It was catered towards tourists, which means that's a little overpriced. But they have some unique drinks there. It was cool to check out, right? So that's what we did there. Next is we went to Tsukiji Outer Market, which is the fish market. And what's nice there is you can get some really fresh, fatty tuna sashimi, right? That's what they're known for. So we went there early, not early, but like maybe 8 a.m. And then we waited in line. We got some like medium fatty tuna sashimi bowl. I think it was 2,500 yen, which is not bad because the conversion is about $1, 150 yen. So we got that bowl, ate it. It was amazing. It was very fresh, very good. I love it. And then from there, we just walk around the Tsukiji market. There's a lot of like food stalls there, so you can buy like some desserts, whatever you want, right? So you just walk around. At that point, we went to a garden, Hama-Riku Gardens. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong, but they had a nice super bloom there of these yellow flowers, which is really nice. There's seasonal flowers. Japanese are very into their gardens. So, it was nice to go there. And then another day we went to Shinjuku. So in Shinjuku, it's kind of like the red light district area. So that's where they have like a lot of the hostess clubs or host clubs. Um, it's a little bit sketched there at night, but that's where like the financial district is, where like a lot of salarymen are. So we basically went there, checked that out at night. We went to Shinjuku Goyen Park, which is a really nice national park. That's actually where I proposed to my girlfriend. Um, there, it's really beautiful scenery, and we're in early March, so the sakura trees weren't blooming yet, but the plum trees were blooming. So I did a proposal right in front of a plum tree. But in general, all Japanese gardens are very nice, very well groomed, very affordable. It's definitely worth it, right? So there we did an omakase in the Tokyo station. It was reservation only. So a lot of food in Japan, it's reservation only for the high end stuff. So it was $50, about 14-course meal. Very filling, very good. I loved it, right? Like in Los Angeles, omakase is like 150 to 200 easy, right? In Japan, it was $50, so we tried to do it, right? And then also what we did in Japan is we explored the Ginza area. So Ginza, it's kind of like the high-end shopping. So there's a lot of Uniqlo, Muji. They have a lot of like stores there, a lot of shopping, a lot of high-end malls. So once again, we checked that out. I bought a lot of stuff in Uniqlo because it's so cheap there, plus the conversion, and you get tax-free if you show your passport. So bought a lot of stuff there. A lot of clothes for like 10, $12. Very classic staples. And what else did we do? Um, we missed out on a restaurant because it was reservation only. It was a hamburger steak. It's a very well-known hamburger steak place called Hikiniku, I think. And it was reservation only, and we couldn't get one. So I tried to walk in. They wouldn't let us in. So you really got to make reservations in Japan. Next, we went to Akihabara. So Akihabara is kind of like the anime nerdy area, where you'll see, it's interesting. They have a lot of maid cafes there, and you'll see maids like standing out there trying to bring you in. You can shop for anime stuff. There's a lot of pachinko there, but we just like to explore there. And then we went to a really good wagyu beef donburi place. So it's like a kind of like a wagyu beef with rice, with like an egg and the sauce. It's really good, really saucy. So we did that. And something that we didn't do this time was like you could go to Tokyo Disney or Tokyo Disney Sea, which is exclusive. But in Tokyo, there's always so much to do, right? Like this is a place that you always start off. There's always so much to do. You're never bored. You're always tired. Um, Never a dull day, right? Like in Tokyo, if you like to eat, if you like ice cream, you like to shop, you like the city life, it's so easy to get around. It's super safe. Food's affordable. Sushi's affordable. It's just really nice, right? Really budget friendly. So This is an overview of what I did in Japan, in Tokyo specifically. Hopefully, you got some value from this. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. Happy to answer these questions. And I'm gonna do a deep dive on all the cities that I traveled to, so stay tuned for that. And hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.